We'd like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity podcast for your voice in my headset. I don't know how long we've been doing this, a number of months. And it's interesting to see the evolution. Like like we haven't looked at the friendship book, in a long time. Haven't updated it, haven't done a lot in it. Should we, shouldn't we? I don't know. Um, so yeah, it's fascinating. What would you like to accomplish today, Nora?
So one of the things I've been working on is having so I struggle with, like, I'd like to think, like, people can't hurt me, but in reality, it kind of does, but it doesn't, I don't feel like it stays very long. So then, in the moment, it kind of hurts, and then I make, like, impulsive decisions or, um, say stuff that I'm like, that later on, like, a day or two later, I'm like, that's so dumb. Like, why did I let that get to me?
Why is that dumb?
I don't know, because I just feel like if it's like I let my emotions um and feelings kind of get the better of me at the moment, and if I could just have it be my reaction be um because most of the time then 2 days later I'm like, ooh, I should have reacted exactly opposite than that. Like, or I should have said exactly opposite of what I did. So it's like if I could have a faster
So
reflex
why?
to do that, I think it would.
Like how? Like totally out. And you think it would work, working opposite?
I don't know. I feel like it would save time. And then I'm like, it's not actually how I felt, but it's just, I don't know. It's kind of it's a weird thing. So I don't want to, like, I don't want, like, I was telling Lincoln the other day. So he's like, when you do that, it makes me sad. And I'm like, you do realize when you, and he's 3, so it's like trying to explain to him that, you know, when if what I do makes you sad, then I am controlling you. Like, it's like you don't want to do that. Like, you want to be in control of your own feelings and whatever. And so trying to explain that to a 3-year-old is challenging. And then I'm like, why aren't you talking to the mirror?
Right. And the other thing is you do understand he's saying that to manipulate you.
Right. Yeah, for
Not
sure.
all the time, not all the time, but most of the time he's saying, so he's very advanced in his capability. Like it's crazy how much they know and how fast they pick up. And um, so it's weird. Um, so in some ways, you're, you're definitely like women. Yep. Yep. You irritate me like women, but in other ways you don't. Like you're not like you do absorb, you take more hits than most women do. And I like you for that, but I wonder if other people, if you do that to other people, like I try really hard to not take advantage of that. Like to swing back around and revisit it again and try to figure out, um, I don't know, like I wonder if you're missing out on stuff. I wonder if you either just write people off or if people don't know what they're doing to you. So I think like in the Voices of Integrity for Young Men this morning, I think, what I'd said then, and I'm using that now is that could have hurt me. Like I think that's very powerful because I'm in control of my feelings. Like I'm not saying you hurt me. I'm saying it could have hurt. That could have hurt me. So I'm being vulnerable, but I'm putting it out there for people to say, "Hey, um, that could have hurt me." And then they get to respond in a way and so I frustrate people a lot. And most of the time I know when I'm doing it. Other people I think they frustrate me a lot and they don't know. There's just I think you and I are hypersensitive to other people. And I wonder if you and I are our own worst enemies because we do absorb a lot of pain. And so other people, either they don't know, and you and I both, I've seen you do it. I know I do it a lot. It's like, how can they possibly not know that what they're doing is frustrating me, hurting me, whatever? And so, Elaine, Rosanna, do either of you have any thoughts on this?
I wonder, at least from my perspective, is that because of the personality difference, sometimes the things that frustrate you aren't the same things that frustrate me. And so I don't see the frustration maybe till later that, like the thing you shared the other day where I didn't share something about talking to a certain person in our family. I didn't catch that as being frustrating for you. And that was on me. But still, it's a personality thing too, is where, okay, so how do we balance it?
And this is what's fascinating, right? Because you would think that the amiable, especially if she's a female, you would think that the amiable would go ahead and be more sensitive to that. And you would think that the driver would be less sensitive to that. But it's not that way. And it's like a couple years ago, I realized that what causes the amiable a lot of pain is conflict, but they create a lot of pain. And I think subconsciously they create conflict and drama. So it's like starting a fire. And so they come in and they can be the nice guy. And so things get out of control and there's going to be conflict. There just are. People are going to be unhappy. And the amiable doesn't catch it. The analytic doesn't see the big picture. The expressive goes ahead and, it's kind of fun because things are blowing up. It's like fireworks. And the driver just is like, you know what? I'm going to gain control. And I don't care if people don't like me. Like, I'm just going to gain control. And everybody else hates the driver. Driver doesn't care. Elaine, your thoughts?
Um, I don't know right now.
So I know I've known for a long time that like when I was the amiable. So it's weird. Like why am I sensitive to resent? Like I know when like it's boggling to me. So it's one of our kids, and there's a lot of tension over the years, and he's manipulated her. She's allowed him to do that. There's a whole bunch of stuff. How could she not know that? It's almost like her brain stops working. Like it just stops. It just doesn't function. It goes in. It's like an electric car. The motor just stops running. It just stops. And so we did an earlier one on driving, and I don't know that the people who are the bad drivers are going to even know they're the bad drivers. Like I don't know that they're going to be like, "Why I'm terrible as a driver. I'm like a dumb squirrel." So it's like, how do you? So I don't know, Nora. I would go ahead and try. That could have hurt because I think that often men underreact to feelings and then they overreact. Or maybe amiables underreact, and then they overreact. And so if you say, well, that hurt, their response is, I'm sorry, but they're not really sorry. They're not fixing it at the core. They're going to do it again. And eventually the driver just gets tired of it. Just like, you know what? I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired. And so I've known for a long time too that we don't often tell people that they've hurt us because maybe we don't want to deal with the drama, maybe, or maybe we're just like, I'm stronger than them and I'm just going to absorb it. Or maybe we say, I don't think they're going to apologize and they're going to say they're sorry, but they're going to do it again. I would rather be hurt and think they don't know what they're doing to me. It's easier to get hurt. Like Nora and I are friends. If she doesn't know what hurts me, it's easier for me to handle it emotionally if I just go subconsciously. She doesn't know. She just doesn't know. But as soon as I tell her, Nora, that hurts, and if she keeps doing it, it hurts more. So I wonder if with our friends, with our spouse, with our children, and so it's been decades. I'm like, if I tell my wife this, and I've experimented with this. I tell her that hurts. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Okay, I won't do it. And then it happens again. Now it hurts more. Like it's just mind boggling to me that we've been through what we've been through and she still doesn't get it. She still doesn't get, like, I'm going to go ahead and over communicate. And she didn't get mad, so it's fine. Like, she didn't get, we had a conversation, we had an adult conversation about it, and she apologized. I felt it was sincere. She's going to try. She brings it up again on a podcast, which I think is good. I think that's good. So it's not just dismissed, like it's not just put away, but it's still mind blowing to me. It's like, how can you not? And so it's almost like people shut down. Like they just, and they don't learn. So what the driver will do is they will raise the intensity. And when the driver raises the intensity, often what happens then?
People shut down, blackout.
People shut down more. Like it's more. So there was a podcast we did for my wife and my daughter, and Nora went ahead and said, "Yeah, I don't know that you should share it." And she was very intentional. She's like, I don't know, maybe I'm a dumb squirrel. So what she did is there's humility on the front end because she's learned, with Mark, if I can put this on the front end, then he's fine. All I have to do is put on the front end. Hey, I don't know if what I'm doing is right. Take it for whatever you want. So she's testing me. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So she's testing me. She's like, okay, he said he wants my input. When I gave input last time, I paid a price. Like he took a pound of flesh from me. So I'm going to not give up on him. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try it a different way. And what she found out, she put humility on it and said, I don't know. And I think it worked out fine, right? Or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she shifted it. So what she's doing is she's learning. So, one of our clients went ahead and, this was another topic. One of our clients, so we have a, Friday meeting. He's not family. He's a client. We know each other and stuff, but he normally shows up on the Friday call. He texted me this morning and said he wasn't going to be there. A family member normally shows up on a Friday, didn't show up, and didn't text me, didn't let me know he wasn't going to be on. Now, that family member has trained me. Just don't expect anything from him because he's just, that's just kind of who he is. So because he's trained me in that, I'm not like, I don't even expect anything more because I don't have any expectation. I'm not going to say anything to him. But because this other person went ahead and was more considerate, he's a better team member. Like that's what you do for team members. So why is it that non-family members will treat you better than family members? And I've done far more for that family member than I have for the other individual. Why is he nicer to me? And the family member is losing out on a lot. I mean, a lot. Anything else, Nora, you got?
I don't think so. No.
Rosanna, what would you like to accomplish?
I just think this is good communication. It's good to talk about where as we as family members and women don't always see what's we should see and how we're hurting people. So I think that's a good thing to talk about.
And it's unfortunate that we seem not to be able to get, men on to listen or to give feedback.
Yeah.
Because, men, they don't pay attention. Like they're not attentive to their wife. They're not attentive to their kids. And so, I mean, when I was 9 years old and my mom went ahead and, it's the sour cream and onion potato chip story. It's like my mom gave me the secret to women when I was 9 years old. Like, how did I pick that up? Like, women are weird. They're not that complicated. like they're really not. I mean, they are, but they're not. And so you need to be attentive, Mark. I mean, look at, as a 9-year-old boy, you put your mom into tears because you were sensitive to her. You were appreciative of her. Like it's women, it's just not that hard. How does a 9-year-old see that? Like, how does a 9-year-old go ahead and just say, just randomly, just like, you know what? I'm earning money. My mom likes sour cream and onion potato chips. She's never going to go ahead and she doesn't buy them. You know what? I'm going to splurge. I'm going to buy them. So on the way home from school, I go out and buy sour cream and onion, bring it home to my mom. My mom looks at me, starts crying, kneels down, looks in my eyes, says, Mark, you're going to make some woman the most amazing husband in the world because you're sensitive to women. And I'm a analytic driver. So was it my mom just being brilliant and saying this kid needs some help and I'm going to help him? I'm going to teach him how to be like tears are running. Like it's just, I remember it's just like, that's a really cool feeling. That's a really cool feeling that I got. So just be sensitive. That's helped me in business a lot because it's like not only be sensitive to your wife, be sensitive to your kids, not only be sensitive to kids, but be sensitive to your friends, be sensitive to, your clients, all of those type of things. And so in future sessions, what we might do is we might go ahead and choose these songs and have podcasts on the songs, the backstory. What's the backstory of them? Like for me, I think I've been thinking a lot about songs, writing a lot of them. And I've wondered if songs like are opium, like it's just, they're not for healing. It's like they don't fix anything. They, not all songs. I'm just saying, I wonder if a majority of songs are not, they're not doing what they could do. Like, what are the lyrics? What do they mean? Where do they come from? What am I supposed to do with those?
Not really sure.
And so, and then what do the people do? I think a lot of people around me, um, I overwhelm them with emotion and vulnerability. They're not used to a man my age being as transparent as I am, and they don't know what to do with the emotion. It's overwhelming to them. So they just kind of ignore it, like they can't process it. So they just like, okay. Elaine, anything else you got?
Um, Going back to the songs, I like to think, I don't know that it happens or not, but I like to think that they have meaning to them for somebody else to learn from them, from people that have had the experience. But again, I don't know that that actually does work.
What does work mean? Like
Like,
what would work?
I guess for some it would be they can, if they can understand what somebody else went through, then keep them from going through that. That would work. Like that, I would say that that's work. Or maybe um the experience they've had would help somebody else work through the same experience that they maybe haven't been able to work through.
Right? Like on the
Things like,
podcast earlier this morning, I thought about Andrew, and he said, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would you change? And he said, my the alcohol, all the substance abuse going through room springer as a teenage boy and young man, I would change that. It's heartbreaking to me. Now, Nora, she avoided it because she could see. How did she? I avoided it. She said, "Well, that doesn't seem like a smart thing." So what's going on in my head? What's going on in my head and Nora's head to be able to see into the future and say that doesn't make sense, but everybody's doing it. It doesn't make sense, and he didn't make it through it. I mean, he made it through it, but he has a lot of scars to show for it. So I agree with you, Elaine. Like, what is success? Like, I don't think like the one with Taylor, like this one here, you don't know a father's heart. This one here is powerful for women, where women focus in on their own hurt. And you go ahead and you talk to a woman, most of you talk to a woman that has children, especially teenage children, and what's hurt more, your own stupid choices or the choices somebody else made to you, or when you see your kids go through pain. And so having conversations on the song and really working through, I mean, I love this one because it softened it up, it softened it up. And then when I went in, so it's almost like there's a reflex with my daughters, not all of them, not all the time, but some of them more of the time than not, where I'll share my hurt and immediately they take it over. There was once, I don't remember, Elaine, what we were talking about, but there was once we were talking about something and I was sharing something and you shared your pain and you immediately caught yourself and said, I don't want to be taking away from yours. That's unusual. And you weren't. What you were doing is you're relating to it. Like we're two in pain going through life together. Well, how do I process? What do I need to do? Like we're struggling through it.
right. But it's easy for people to take the person that shared first or hurt or is the or has been hurt maybe more or whatever has been vulnerable first. It's easy for people to take that away.
Right. Right. They flip it. And when you said it was just amusing to me, humoring to me, wisdom, I was just like, nobody does that. Like even when Jonathan died, it's like, yeah, 30-year-old son dying, that's pretty hard. The way he did, yeah, that's really hard. And people say, yeah, I know how you feel. My dog died. I'm not sure. And so this here, it's like it softened it up on me. It's like it, so it's like, how do you come in and how do you fly together? Like that first song I ever wrote with Nora and Gendran. And it's just like that is my heart to fly together. I want to fly with my wife first and foremost. I want to fly with my kids. Like I want to. I want to fly with my grandkids. I mean, me going out and shopping for, you know, for a dress. She on the way home, she's so cute. She's just like, Grandpa, did you have a good time today? I'm like, are you kidding, honey? It was so cool. Like, I'm not gonna get into sewing probably, but if I needed to, I would. Because I think I could do it. If I can put a Lego flower together, I could probably sew. I mean, I'm sure sewing's a lot. I mean, there's all this stuff, but it's like if I want it, I could go ahead and do it. And to see the smile on the face and to see all of the like it's just and she's 8. She's probably gonna remember that. And her mom was just so appreciative, so thankful. It's so easy. It was just, oh my goodness. And so, why don't men understand this? Like, why don't, it's not that hard. And so, I think in future we might do this, and it's really cool. And so, how do we prevent from happening for hurt that has happened? How do we help the one that's been hurt not to get hurt again and to heal and not get hurt again? And the person who's doing the hurt, how do we help them not do the hurt? Like it's not going to work out good for you. It's just not. Like it's almost like people can't connect. They can't connect the dots. Like they say, I want this. Okay, got it. Copy that. You want this. This is what you're going to need to do. You're going to need this, 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 and this. Well, I don't want to do those things. That's fine. You don't have to, but you will not get this. You will not get this if you don't do this and this and this. You just won't. It's a natural law. It just governs everything. It's just years ago, I thought we were going to lose one of our kids, one of our girls, when she was a teenager, and she was dating somebody that was a mess, messy, everything. And I thought she could get kidnapped, she could get sold into trafficking. I could lose her. And I had a song, Bobby Lowe write a song and sang it. So I had a plan. If I lose her, I'm going to pursue her to the ends of the earth. No matter where she goes, if she's in some bar somewhere across the world, I'm going to create a best-selling song for her. And I'm going to get it all around the world because and it's like, there's so many of those stories. And it's like, dang, that's a dad. Like this guy's on, he really is. Like he's trying to protect his girls and he's trying to get out in front of them and he's trying to, fortunately she wasn't kidnapped, fortunately she wasn't, but he had a plan. He was willing to do it and he created a song. And so I wanted to go ahead and create songs for all my kids. And now with all the people around me with AI and everything, I can, but it's like, is it going to touch their heart? Like I don't need them to think that I'm a good dad. What I want them to understand is how to love like I love, how to forgive like I forgive, how to work like I work, how to sacrifice like if they could just learn that, my gracious, what they could do with their lives. It's just insane. So, anybody else have anything else?
No, I don't.
Nope.
Thanks, all three of you for sticking with it. There's ups and downs and all of it. So I appreciate you all and what you're doing and the friendship, for all three of you. I hope there's other people that gain benefit. Like I feel blessed and I feel selfish. And I want to share. Like I want other people to gain the benefit. I just do. So share this with other people. If you have any questions, connect with the individual who invited you to participate in today's session, or you can call toll free 888-230-2300 outside the US 630-393-9909. And always remember, we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.